Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome, welcome, everybody. My name is Derek Velasquez. You're one-star platinum here with Evolution Travel. And we are Platinum Dynasty. You guys are logging in tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We have a special guest, and I definitely want to just jump right into it. We don't want to waste any time. This lady is definitely the exclamation point to our founder. If you guys heard that before, if you never heard it, you heard it now. She is the backbone. She is the person that runs everything. She's a person that pays you guys. She is the person that pretty much, like I said, is the backbone to the company. She is behind the scenes. I don't know where this company would be without her. And our founder could definitely agree with you guys more. Agree with you guys as well. She is not only my friend, but my sister, and I truly have nothing but love for her. She has helped me tremendously throughout this journey in Evolution Travel, and I'm so excited to have her on tonight. Let's give a huge round of applause and clap for our COO. Let me find her in the chat box real quick and welcome her. Let me find her. Okay, awesome. Hello, Miss First Lady. Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for the opening. That was awesome. And the introduction, I don't feel like it's that big, but it sounds really good. And I do a lot. So I appreciate you.
Yes, yes. We know that all of us, if you don't know, all of us appreciate you very, very much, Miss Katira Ware, our COO. And the reason why we have you on tonight is because there was an email that was sent out, and this is regarding our international agents. And I had a lot of people inbox me, so I definitely just wanted to get it out there. This is recorded to be able to send teams and stuff like that. But let's go ahead with the first thing in order. What would you say for anyone that's building in international markets? We are a U.S. based travel company, but we are open in different countries. But maybe can you explain, just to jump right into it, can you explain what are the new payments and all that stuff that was regarding in the email? Hopefully, if you're in a different country out of the U.S., you did receive the email. Okay, so Katira, I'll let you have the floor.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'll kind of touch base a little bit. Like Derek said, I mean, technically, I have pretty much done the operation since we started. Just a little background on me. We started in 2015. International has not always been difficult, but it began to be a little bit challenging in October 2017. We initially had two pay cards. We had C2Go, which we still currently have, and My Choice. The administration changed when we got a new president. A little bit came up with requirements and different things. We have countries that are not as traditional, like the Caribbean and islands and things that even with our pay card that we had previously, it was a little bit challenging. So when everything changed in October, just to give you an update and kind of bring you up to speed, when it changed in October, a lot of things kind of tied our hands behind our backs. So we are open internationally. We are growing, and you can build internationally, but we do have to make sure we can pay people in different countries. And when the administration changed, basically the new card provider could stay in the UK, but they didn't want to continue with any of the other countries. And we have applied since then to several different places. And it's been a challenge, but I think we are definitely getting a little bit closer. The larger we get, the better. But it's not really just large in the US like we are. We do have to grow in some of those countries where we only have 1 to 5 agents or 5 to 25 agents. So I apologize for all of the delays. I understand for those that are a little frustrated that are international. But I do assure you, even with the problems that we've had, it's really been open for a while now for silver and above. And now we're even extending it to bronze and above. There's not really very many people that are in the business that have done everything that they were asked to do and have not been paid. If you're earning travel commissions, you will almost always reach out to Archer Travel to find out what updates on that, but they have always paid all of the international agents. They are continuing to do that via check. For those that are earning in the residual pool, we pay those, and we had, when we left my choice. We went to a temporary pay card for those that were silver and above, and we were able to distribute, in all honesty, family, less than 40. So it was a lot of people out there asking for the temporary pay card. We just didn't have a lot in the pool, but those that were in the pool, they always got paid. If they filled out the forms that they were supposed to, if they did everything that they were supposed to on their end and requested their funds, we did ensure that they got paid. It did get a little slow between December and January. We unfortunately are finding that the ones that are in the pool are consistent, and then there are new people coming into the pool. So those temporary pay cards that we had from C2Go were a maximum load of $500. So just recently we sent out a form for all international agents that were active, and we requested or let them know that we are changing over to, for international agents only, we're going to pay them via PayPal. So that's kind of the up to speed where we're at with international. It will work, I think, a little bit better because it won't be as slow to deliver the card, and we won't have a max payment on the card. And I think we have someone that's on the line today that got paid today, actually, with the new PayPal system. And it, like I said, will be a lot faster. But when that letter went out, it said we don't need two things for sure. You definitely need at least a W-8 BIN form, which is for international agents. It's equivalent to our W-9 for 1099. So you do have to complete that. And you also have to provide proof of identity. And that's either with a U.S. passport or an international passport or any form of government ID from your country. And so with those two things, we can set you up to make sure that you're going to get your payments anytime that you request them on the same dates that we have for our U.S. agents. So if you request on or before noon on Fridays and or Mondays, when we get ready to schedule the payment or process that payment, you'll get paid just the same. So we can start with anyone that has questions that doesn't necessarily get that. And or like I said, I know I see one name that's on here that was our first to get paid with PayPal. That is Miss Natasha Powell. So if you're on and you can share in your experience how that worked, please let me know. What we're working on outside of those two forms is a safer way to send, but those that have sent to me already have used Dropbox. So if you have Dropbox or something secure for yourself that you'd like to send it, you can. Otherwise, we should have in the next couple of days a way that we can send securely without using Dropbox if you don't have it. But definitely that's what we're doing with the international agents. So I'll open for Derek if you want to give me some questions, and or if you want me to just kind of take them out the chat box, let me know.
I could read them. I could read them for you, Miss COO. And what I'll do is I'll unmute on Natasha so she can give her experience, exactly what she did, so she can kind of educate and train some of the agents that are on here. So let me find her. Hello, Natasha.
Hi, Derek. Hi, everyone.
Hi, how you doing, Natasha? And just to let you guys know, Natasha is a silver consultant out of Jamaica. She has personally sponsored 29 people to her organization. She's been in pretty much from the beginning. And, you know, through it all, she stuck with it. And I promise you guys, you know, it can be frustrating at times, but I promise you it's going to pay off. And you're pretty much a pioneer in your country with Evolution Travel. So, Natasha, the floor is yours if you want to kind of share, you know, what you're going through and how you're able to get paid on PayPal. And congratulations.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, it was really easy. I didn't quite know what to do in the beginning, and I've been in Evolution for a year now, but I've never really requested payment because I didn't feel like I wanted to. But recently I started to grow a little bit more and I wanted to get access to funds. So therefore I tried to figure out how to get the process done. And it was really, really easy. And I must say really professional when it comes to Evolution and Katira. Thank you so, so much. I just sent an email out to her and she replied to me within the next day because of course when I sent it was at night. And she told me what I needed to do. I download the form, I fill it out, I attach a copy of my ID, and I send it back to her. And She told me everything is perfect. I don't need to do anything else. And well, Saturday I wanted to see how it works, so I requested $100, and I got it this morning or sometime today. So it's really easy. And if you're in an international country like I am, yes, it can work, because for several Caribbean countries, I know people allow you to attach an US bank account to your PayPal account, and with that you can withdraw your fund directly to your US bank account. And every country banks offer US bank accounts, so it's really simple.
Awesome, awesome. And I know in Jamaica there's a saying out there. When we went to our Evo retreat in Jamaica, Natasha, they said in Jamaica there's no problem, only solution.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
And I'm telling you guys, with Evolution Travel and Archer Travel, like they definitely want to pay you guys. So if you
Yeah,
guys are
I
owed
can see
commission,
that.
you guys are owed money, they're gonna pay you guys. Like, don't stress off of it. They're gonna get you your money. You know, we're transitioning, we're evolving every day. So thank you so much, Natasha, and we definitely congratulate you. And
No problem at all. No problem at all. And also for commissions, because of course I want them to know that commission is going to be paid differently. So you're going to continue to receive commission check. Isn't that correct? Because that's what I was told. And when I applied, when I request a commission check, it was sent out a couple days ago, but they have different services, so you can use like USPC or something like that, and you can track your package, which it depending on which country you are in, it's somewhere between 5 to 10 days. So there are options, and I understand that they are working really hard to give us a permanent solution, which is going to be much more beneficial for our business, because in seeing the country that we're in, persons aren't as open as international countries like America and the UK and such. So, but this payment option, I definitely think it can work, and yeah, I've proved it. So definitely.
awesome. Real quick, Natasha, because maybe some people are wondering, since you're in Jamaica, what vendors do you use to book travel? Because I know that you have travel commissions along with your residual income too. What vendors do you use?
Oh, right. So I use Vax Vacation and I use Expedia Tab. But for most new international agents, I would recommend Expedia Tab because it's really easy to use, and it's international. It's worldwide. And well, there is a few excluded countries, but of course, for most of Evolution countries that we operate in, definitely. So I would definitely recommend Expedia Type. It's very easy, and your commission with Expedia Type, you get it within 1 month of the booking. And some vendors that pays Expedia Type, of course, they pay earlier. So sometimes you get your commission, sometimes within 20 days or so. So that is really, really my recommendation. Expedia Type and Vax Vacation.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Natasha. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, most welcome.
Okay, we'll go through the line here. Katira, you still with us? Let me see, Katira. Oh, there she goes.
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I unmuted you again, so I know you probably muted out, so I muted you again.
Awesome. And I did want to say thank you, Natasha. It was really easy working with you. It was really quick. It was painless. So that's a person who's been through the process. And I did see quickly in the chat box, there was a Merit Fin, which I've actually worked with also, with the temporary pay card, which I did send or transmit that to her in Bermuda. So to answer your question about those that do not have PayPal in your country, this seems to be a better option, because if anyone like Merit has been with us for a while and received the pay cards, excuse me, it took quite some time to get that pay card to you. And if I'm not mistaken, you did confirm receipt, so she got hers. But for those that are in different places, I mean, that's an option. We can still send out the temporary pay card, but for the most part, it'll probably be easiest for PayPal. I don't know, and I'll have to do a little research to see why or how PayPal is not really compatible with some countries. But for now, like I said, the only person that I can see in here that's inquiring about that is Bermuda. Bermuda is a little bit larger than some of the other countries. They do have more than 5, but they're not quite at that mark where we can get them on a list to say, hey, look, can we open up and get pay cards? Because our biggest issue to get a permanent card is that we don't have enough countries in those, or enough people earning commissions in those areas that they'll open it up. If we don't have more than at least 25 to 50 in that country, they don't want to consider bringing it on. But for the most part, Bermuda, we have a small number, and almost all of those that are in the pool in Bermuda have received a pay card. So I don't know if Merritt is able to get on and say a few things or just kind of give a little bit of feedback for Bermuda. But for the most part, I can't regulate what countries have PayPal and what countries don't. But like I said, we did go to this one because we thought it'd be a little bit faster so you don't have to wait on a card. But I don't know the answer to that other than to maybe stay with the temporary pay card until we can get it all resolved.
Let me go ahead and unmute Marate. Marate has been with us since.
Sorry, Marate. I didn't mean to mispronounce your name.
It's okay. I did the same thing when I found her. And she said, no, it's Marate. Okay, hold on. Let me find her. Hey, Marate, how you doing?
Hi, good night. How are you? Hi, Derek. Hi, Katira.
Hello.
Hi, Ina. Yeah, I haven't tried to request any funds or anything from them. When I saw the email, I was just wondering if the card would be like void and I would have to go to PayPal. So now that you cleared it up, I could still use the card if I needed to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Because I know in Bermuda, we are unable to access anything from PayPal due to the fact that we would need a US account. Yeah. So my biggest thing was I was just wondering if the card that I did will say it was very, very helpful. As soon as I sent the email, it came back in a timely manner, which I appreciate very much. And I was just wondering if the card that I had, if it was going to be voided, and then I would have to use PayPal, or if I would just use what I have. So now you've, rectified that for me. So now
yes, and we have all these people that just don't want their funds. Yes, you actually and she's a perfect example because the maximum load for the temporary card is 500. Miss Marate, she actually has a lot of funds. She, like you said, she doesn't want her funds. So we sent her in advance 2 cards so that they're available to you. They won't cancel out. You can use them anytime. We just have to know it's a maximum load of 500. So once we get to that amount, you'd have to use the second card that you have. But like I said, I think people definitely, we hear a lot of people asking about international and the pay cards, but the system that we have for those that are earning in the pool, we are working with, and we are definitely getting them a way or a means to get their funds. So for those that are out there that are worried or confused or not sure, when you rank up or hit that rank, don't worry about it. We are going to reach out to you and figure it out and make sure that you have a way to get paid.
Right. I never received my choice card. I think when they were getting issued, it was in between us getting them and us not getting them, or them being canceled. So I never received that. I actually, when I joined Evolution, I had applied for it, but it was a while before I gotten it, and then I had gotten notification that it was going to be a temporary card for my choice. Yeah, so I actually received the C2Go card, but it doesn't have those numbers. So when I do put in commissions from to travel, I know now that I get paid check. At first, I was looking on the card for those numbers, and then I found out via email that the international agent was different.
Okay, awesome.
But you guys have been very helpful, very, very helpful.
Well, definitely let us know if you need anything. And like I said, once you start requesting, if we have to get another one out to you, we'll definitely do that. But for the most part, it's really easy, family. If you want to get paid, if you're earning, we are going to make sure that happens.
Thanks, Katira.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marate, real quick, okay? Just like I asked Natasha, I wanted to find out with you, just so all other agents can hear it directly from you, since you are directly located in Bermuda. What
Right.
vendors do you use when you book travel? You know, what has been your experience? What's best?
I would say that, and especially Expedia Tap, because usually I find my clients they usually use Booking.com or they would go on regular Expedia. I've booked on eBay Rewards for myself, which I find very very helpful, especially for the last minute travel. But Expedia, I would say, would probably be for us probably number one. The only issue I really had when I first started getting into Vax is that a lot of the deals come primarily out of the United States. Like, they will have those promos and those deals coming from out of the United States going to Punta Cana or Mexico or something like that. I've never really seen any deals coming directly out of Bermuda. So with me, I've been doing a lot of training on cruises because Bermuda is an island where we have a lot of people that come here via cruise. So that's where I primarily focus my training on is the cruises. Because that would be good for us. A lot of people here take cruises, and like I said, Expedia has been great.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Marate.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have let me just read this off. Okay, Katira, this is from Arlene. The travel side is very limited, correct? Question mark. Every time we call Archer Travel, we are highly discouraged by Jose to not focus on international travel. He has said that agents cannot use our suppliers because they are USA based. We call Princess Cruise Line, and Princess Cruise Line said that international cannot qualify for the free cruise trips. Archer Travel also said that international agents cannot utilize travel agent rates. So I am really torn about how should we proceed about international. Do you want to just go
I
from?
can start with there. And technically, we are a US based company. So I hear and understand what they're saying. And to me, honestly, like I said, we have a good number of international agents that are already existing. For those, we're doing our best to work with them and make sure they have everything that they need. There are some complications in some areas and some locations. There are challenges with vendors and things to that nature. So we can't control that. And I have made the comments, and unfortunately, I have to say that, I mean, we have plenty of people in the US to recruit and build. So you don't necessarily have to seek outside the US. However, if you are international, like the agents that we currently have that find ways to work on different things, you're going to find agents that can do it and some that cannot. So if you want to be a leader and deal with that and deal with the some can, some can't, then that's entirely up to you. But it's just like everything else in every other industry. The people that have a strong desire and a will to make a way and make it happen are going to do it. And like Marate and like Natasha that are booking and that are building, they find ways to do in their country the best thing for them. So all I can suggest for those that are there building and have that reservation and that concern, don't build internationally. Because unfortunately, that is going to come up with some locations. But we're very strong in Trinidad and Tobago. We're very strong in getting up to the numbers in the UK is growing very, very fast. And those are the ones that you want to select. And I know when you go on Craigslist or you go on the internet and you want to recruit and people from India and other places want to get in, if we don't have a large number of people from that area, there's not very much we can do as far as trying to do more. So it is a catch-22. It is an option. You can do it. And if you find someone that's strong, it's going to work. But if you find someone that you have to babysit, it's going to be a headache. I can tell you that. And I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. So I encourage it if it's a good fit, because we have some amazing international agents. So it's just something that you have to weigh as a leader if that's something you want to work with.
Awesome, awesome. So I got a couple people that want to chime in. Let me first unmute Natasha. Okay, Natasha, go ahead.
Hi, I just wanted to say I don't understand why individual on a whole use the small thing to really not take on challenge. I'm not saying that to Arlene. I'm not saying that's what she's doing. She's just voicing her concern. I definitely understand where she's coming from. But let me explain a little bit about different ways how you can market your business. You choose countries that, for example, if you book travel for those particular countries, and first the beginning, sorry, with the Princess Cruise, I'm not sure. I never heard of that, and I have gotten quotation from Princess Cruises before for clients. So, and they never told me that I'm not qualified for the trip, but there are some requirements that is a little bit more than for say agents in the United States. So that's one point. Number two, as I said, with different vendors, and if you really research, even within your own country and your own tourist industry, there are so many other perks that you can use to utilize the ones that you're not able to access at the moment. And I mean, if you're really building and if you're trying to build a business and go further in this travel industry, then there are several ways of finding things and finding stuff that can be utilized for you as a travel agent, and you can use it as a perk for yourself if you're not getting that in Evolution. I see this opportunity that Evolution offer. It's a great opportunity. You can be sitting at home, for example, like I don't, what's her name, Miss Lee there, that book that travel for 35,000 a commission, and you book a travel for that. That's one booking, right? That's one booking that you're making that money in. So there are different ways that make up for the stuff that we currently don't have access to. And Evolution, as the first lady said, Evolution is growing. So therefore, definitely in the near future, a lot of stuff is going to change when it comes to international agent. And I can already see that, because the fact that Evolution was so courteous and so professional and get back to me in such a timely manner, it shows that they are trying their best to accommodate. It's an opportunity that they're trying to offer to everyone. It's not just for US agents. So I just wanted to get that out there, because I get a lot of persons who ask questions. I have a lot of international agents who have questions pertaining to these stuff, and they get so down because they're not able to access some of the perks that United States agents are able to access. So I'm just saying, those are nothing if you where you're trying to reach is platinum or 1-star platinum or something like that. I mean,
awesome. And very well said, coming from someone, like I said, that is international. And that's exactly what I mean. If you're international and you have a focus or a goal and an end to get to, they're going to make it happen. So I definitely applaud you, Natasha. And like I said, some of our other international agents that are on here, it's doable. We can support international. Just know that there are challenges, and you just have to make sure that you're aware of them when you are recruiting internationally. So I definitely, like I said, at this point, because we're growing so quickly and we are growing to the point where in some countries, they're going to get to that number. If you have a strong international leader in that area, they're going to get to the numbers that we need. That is going to help us to grow in that particular area. It's just when you try and say, let's go everywhere, and you have, like I said, 1 or 2 people in this location and 1 or 2 people in that location, the locations like that, it is going to be a little while before we get them up to speed. But the UK, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, those countries are all growing. So that's what you have to keep in your mind as a business, because we're all entrepreneurs at this point. So you want to make sure you're setting the stage and going in places and doing it smart. So you know that you won't have that type of speed bump, so to speak, and you can kind of prepare for it. So just know where we're at and what's probably most beneficial if you are interested in building in other countries, and know what some of the little roadblocks will be, but we can get over them all. And I think we have someone that is really strong. I don't know if Amy is still on, that is helping in the UK, and she can give you a perfect example. The UK, like I said, is growing really fast. those countries that do pick up that momentum, we're going to find a way. But this is what I think a lot of people don't realize. Evolution is 2 years old. We're going on 3, but we're 2 years old. That's fairly young for a company. So some of the things that we're accomplishing are amazing in itself, but it is going to take a little time for some things.
That's right, Katira. And you just read my mind. I'm going to go ahead and unmute our Platinum, who is a huge organization growing in the UK. Miss Amy Peterson, can you hear us?
I can hear you just fine, sir. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, absolutely.
And, definitely to piggyback off of what Katira said, we are growing internationally extremely fast right now. We're seeing a huge boom in the UK. And, I actually have a UK member on here, Silver Builder, who's extremely excited, and she's helping, spearhead that movement along with everyone else. But, there are some roadblocks. We are absolutely, still a young company. If you think about it, we're a toddler, we're learning how to walk and run. So, there are going to be some speed bumps, but I can absolutely say with Katira and founder and, Mr. Ron Archer, a lot of these bumps are literally smoothing out, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to kind of, talk about the Princess Cruise thing. Right now, Archer is running a promotion for Carnival, and Carnival is extremely international friendly. My advice is to definitely run with Carnival. Princess Cruises is just a little bit more, how do I put it? It's a little bit harder to get with, because they do require that there be a local office in each country that they're booking out of, which is why, there's some issues with, booking out of Australia or, some other countries. But definitely look in your back office, because if you go into, what is it? I want to say Evo Rewards. You can look at the cruise lines, and there are some international locations, in the UK, even in Australia, where we can book. And I did run this by Jose. Jose didn't, he's great. Don't get me wrong. He's absolutely amazing. But he handles so much domestically in the United States that it overwhelms him. So, I would definitely get back there and think outside of the box too. Look at, look at different vendors and such in your country. And, Mr. Archer has actually said, if you find a vendor that works with our IATA and CLIA number, you can use them. And that's what a lot of the agents in the UK have been doing. So, it's a thinking outside of the box situation until everything gets smoothed out. But one thing you definitely want to realize too is that even in the US, we have to think outside the box. It's not always just go to one website and we find exactly what we're looking for. It's not that way at all. This is just basically getting you into that mode that, a lot of us are in, where we go from one site, check out the next site. It may not have the hotel that we're looking for. We might have to look at 2 or 3 different websites to get that hotel. And sometimes we have to go directly to the vendor, to get exactly what our client needs. So, don't be afraid to think outside of the box. You're an entrepreneur. You're an independent professional travel agent. However, you have a support team and a corporate support team that literally has your back day and night. So, look at local vendors, talk to them, see if they accept the IATA number or the CLIA number, depending on, what you're looking at, and go with them. If they will work with Archer, there's nothing stopping you, so think outside of the box. Put yourself into that entrepreneur mindset, and I'll tell you what, you have absolutely got this. You are an entrepreneur, and that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. We appreciate it. A lot of information. So let me go ahead, and Arlene says, thank you guys. This information and hearing this information live is very encouraging. Thank you for offering education to the family. This was way overdue. We appreciate your knowledge that you are offering us. Andrea is saying, awesome webinar. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to go ahead and type it in the chat box regarding this. Can we get Amy's contact info? I don't know if she's like Ron Archer where he gives it out to the world, but definitely reach out to her on inbox on Facebook, and you could definitely messenger her. Amy, if you want to put your Facebook on there, you can definitely do that. Amy Peterson, there you go. Anyone else have any questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, anything? Who is excited about now building and, going through the international market? UK is very, very close. I know there's a lot of stuff going on over there. And, we definitely want to get back to Jamaica and Bermuda and those different countries that we visited before, Trinidad. We just have is that our first, I believe, Katira, our first IATAN holder in Trinidad and Tobago?
Who's that? The IATAN, the first one?
Yeah, Miss Indira. I don't know how to say her name.
Oh, Indira. Yeah, she definitely is.
Yes.
She has been booking travel from day one. Like when we were the original, she was getting paid on a regular basis with My Choice. So she's been doing her thing with the travel commissions for quite some time. Yes. And I see someone else on here that I kind of received their documents, and Celestina. And I'm telling you, it's really not as difficult as people think. We have a lot of people that are like, what about international? How are we going to get paid? The system really works, family, and it gets frustrating for me, but we can answer these questions in the chat box. You can email me if you need to. If you are getting close to where you can withdraw funds, we can make it happen. We're going to work it out. We have options. So don't panic. Just reach out because it's at your fingertips.
Awesome. There's a recording for those that got on late, so you have to watch the recording. And you can, let me see. I got on that. What are the limitations for building outside internationally? But yeah, we'll let you watch that. There's not really any limitations. Just on, we're just talking about how the agents could get paid. Andrea has a question. Can international agents get access to the discount directory to use when they are visiting the States or to give coupons or discounts to their clients in the States? Do you know that one, Katira?
Can international agents get access to discount directory? No, unfortunately, the international agents do not have access to the discount directory because when we had it posted out there, unfortunately, most of the vendors and people that participate with the directory are in the United States. So we start getting a lot of people saying, well, we don't have anything in Jamaica, or there's nothing in Bermuda. We don't have anything in the UK. It's not fair because we don't have those things here to get the coupons or get the discounts here. And it was just a lot of commotion. So we removed it from those that are registering internationally. And then someone said, well, when we come to the States, if it's in the back office, we can use it if we come to the States. So I can talk to David about putting it back. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because we get more of the first part rather than those that are looking at it more positively or understand. The vendors are just here, or the people that participate are here. We don't really have as much access to international suppliers and vendors or whatnot to post how you can get discounts with them. So right now it is not available for international agents, and that's the reason why.
Awesome. So this is a question from Gold Consultant Lamari. She got on a little late, so her question is building in Mexico and Nicaragua. So just to make sure I can provide them with the correct info. So the C2Go international card is no longer in effect.
Okay, so we had a lot of, and Lamari, hello, how are you? We had a lot of agents that were in Puerto Rico. And because they were U.S. territory, they got the card because they were U.S. territory. If you have it that way and it's a regular C2Go card and you have it, yes, you can get paid. If you do not have a C2Go card and you are international, you don't have a Social Security, you do have to apply for international. And because we have come up with a new plan, going forward, it will be PayPal only, unless there's some issues or restrictions. Because if you recall, the temporary C2 Go card that was for international agents, it really is a temporary max load of $500. It wasn't like it was a permanent card. So PayPal is going to be the best solution. Everyone international received that email. We'll send out another email as soon as we have a confirmation on how we're going to receive those documents. For those that are interested in doing it right away, you're welcome to send it to me via Dropbox in a secure manner that way. But we're looking for a more conducive for everyone to be able to put it in a secure file. So I am receiving from agents via Dropbox, and you can do that if you want it now. But we are going to move on to PayPal, I believe.
Awesome.
And just to tap into, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about as far as countries we are not in. These are going to be brand new places. So Nicaragua and in Mexico will have less than 5 agents. So there will be some restrictions. It's one where you have to kind of put on the kit gloves and know when you're introducing them to the business, there are restrictions. And if you advise them of that going forward, they won't get in the business and then complain that they don't have anything. We're a US-based company first. If we can build to a certain area or certain number, then we can venture out and go elsewhere. But I personally say, focus on those locations that we currently have. And that would be, we are in Puerto Rico. Lamar, you're building over there. It should be growing a little bit more or however, but we are in Puerto Rico. We're in the UK really heavily. We're in countries that are existing that have at least 10 and more. So, I mean, it's great to go everywhere, but you do want to know when you're opening up a new country and there's no one there, you're opening the door for the roadblocks and you're opening the door for that. So unless it can go and get strong or get big really fast, it's just going to be it'll take some time.
Absolutely. Okay. This is from Tanya. Could the ones who understand request access? I'm not sure which part you're talking about, Tanya. Discount directory. Could the ones who understand request access for discount directory?
I believe, I don't know how the programmer set that. I know when it came up, we just had to send something out to him and he just removed everyone internationally. If there's a way, a turn on, turn off switch, I can ask or inquire to see maybe if we get a name or select someone, can we add it just to their back office and find out. But I know, like I said, the one thing that we do want to do is always be fair and keep it uniform. So if it's not available for one international agent, I don't know how comfortable, and we'll probably have to bring it against the Elite 8 in council and David or whatnot to see if it's beneficial to do, to individualize it. But I definitely will look into it.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, we got about 2 minutes, family. This definitely has been very informative for myself and hopefully for all of you guys. There's about 41 of us here. So this, again, is being recorded. So anyone that was not able to make it, we're going to be able to put this in the, I'll upload it into the Evolution Travel page in the folder where Robin has not only put the Sunday night webinar call, so I will put that in there so you guys can have this and have access to it, and I'll repost the video. So thank you guys so much. I guess there's no other questions. Katira, do you have any closing remarks?
No, I definitely appreciate you guys for inviting me on. This definitely is always helpful. I do get on webinars if someone has, golds, platinums. If you guys have a team webinar and you want me to answer any questions, it's usually always helpful. And I don't mind at all. So thank you for inviting me.
You're always invited. We got you. All right, Katira, thank you so much. Let's give it up for our COO. The First Lady of Evolution Travel, thank you again so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, for jumping on tonight to give us all this important information for our international agents. And thank you everyone that chimed in and helped out with the questions and also shared your testimonies. Again, my name is Derek Velasquez. We appreciate all of you guys for jumping on for tonight. We will be logging off here and logging on to our virtual travel party. Meeting ID number is 925-640-6165. Go ahead and send your guest there, or if you want to learn the presentation, we'll be on there as well so you can learn. So thank you guys. Have a great night. This webinar is officially over.